Taurus, whatever this is that you're doing, or whoever this is that you love, nobody is going to understand why you have chosen this path for yourself. Nobody's going to understand why you fight so hard, or why you go so hard for what it is that you believe in, what it is that you desire, your dreams, your ambitions, whatever this is for you, whether this is a love relationship, whether this is a pregnancy, whether this is an aspiration that you have, or a desire that you have to create, or love, like you're giving a lot of love, you're giving a lot of yourself. The divine is channeling this out, overpour into all these areas of your life. But nobody's going to understand why you're standing up for someone, or why you're standing up for what you believe in. And it's important that you know this, because in the near future you may have to take the high road in regards to a particular person, place, or thing. You're about to experience some challenges, or you will experience some challenges standing up for this person, place, or thing, even if it's for your own personal dreams. If it's satisfying you and you feel like doing it, you're being encouraged to give more of that. More of that. Like you already are, but you're being encouraged not to suppress it, right? Not to make it conditional when other people around you oppose what you feel territorial of or over. So if that message resonates with you, then this reading may be for you. All of my readings are timeless. So whenever you're guided to this particular reading, trust that Spirit has guided you here for a reason. And if you are new, welcome to our love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. TT here with another channeled message from Spirit. If you are returning, welcome back, you guys. A little update for everyone before we dive deeper into this reading. Everyone that commented on the prior video from Tuesday, I got all of the comments. I've read them. You will start seeing hearts by those comments, and I've decided that I'm going to announce the winner during the Taurus show on Friday. So I believe that's Friday the 3rd, right? If I'm not mistaken. We're going to announce the winner during the live stream. So if you are there, you'll find out who the winner is that day. And I'm also going to post it in the community tab once the live stream is over. So you're also notified that way as well. So I'm super excited. I was like, it took me a lot longer to put all the names on the decision wheel. So I was like, let me not rush it. Let me just allow Spirit to allow more people to comment and really give a lot more people an opportunity to participate. Okay, so let's get into this channeled message. This has a lot to do with your home, okay, or the people that you have bonded with, your background. So there is some opposition, like I was saying, as far as coming from your family, and you need to know this. So let's see. We have alchemy, the sorcerer's stone, infinity, destiny, and magic. So this is really big. I feel like you've been chosen for a specific path or a specific journey, and no one's going to be able to see this. You see this eye? No one's going to be able to see this clearly as you. No one's going to be able to understand why you're making certain body changes, health changes, decisions in your personal journey, but you. You have divine protection. You have angelic protection. You're receiving a lot of period. Wow. Why did I say it like that? Aha! You have a lot of endings and new beginnings, but mainly new beginnings. So period. There's been start, stop, separation, coming back together, separation, coming back together. So this start, stop type of energy it has something to do with your destiny, the philosopher's stone. So philosophy is very broad, right? Why does humanity do the things that they do? Why do we respond the way that we respond? It's based off perception, right? The philosophy, our beliefs, whatever we believe in, we continue to alchemize into our manifest into our reality, and it's up to us that are chosen for this particular path to alchemize that energy that's been manifested and work with it. So you are being called, or you're being chosen to work with a specific dream. See it into fruition, I'm hearing. So you're utilizing some type of magic, and I'm seeing the strength card, right? So many are called, but few are chosen. That's the message that I'm getting with this card. So you may be the only one in your family that was chosen to see this dream all the way through. You may be the only one in your family that was called to break generational curses, in regards to the bonds, right? The contracts that we were born into. So you do have a why. You do have a purpose. And you're meant to maintain control over where you decide to go, who you decide to be with, and how you decide to bring this into fruition. You're going to be very satisfied. I also feel like you're leaving a phase of sticking into your comfort zone and really moving towards getting outside of your comfort zone. Look at that. I told you were chosen, Taurus. You were chosen to leave something behind, an expression of your family, an expression of your dreams, an expression of your destiny. How are you going to express this destiny? I feel like Spirit wants to talk about that a little bit here. Shifts. I'm hearing something about shifts. So, as a descendant of your lineage, ancestrally, a lot of your ancestors embarked on a journey or a destiny where they played a hand, or they had an alchemy hand in assisting certain shifts of perspective, assisting certain shifts of humanity's philosophy. Okay, you may have a lot of philosophers in your lineage, or you may be a descendant of a lot of philosophers, scientists, innovators, that use their human vessel as a tool to align with certain pyramid powers, whether that be healing, whether that be medicine, whether that be manifestation. It's equivalent to being a deity yourself. So you are a deity within your family, born into a family, but your lineage, or you were chosen to be an ascended master, an ascended deity. This is also a joint effort. Yeah, this is a joint effort, you and someone else. It's like a partnership. But through this partnership, you have one soul, okay? This card always makes me feel warm inside. So this is the year of the 6. Yeah, like I said, you're contracted with a particular person, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your this family on the other side is in support of a marriage, a contract, seeing into fruition the completion of a healed lineage. So you could be the first in your family to ever get married, the first in your family to ever have a healthy relationship, the first in your family to give this to your offspring. It's a genetic breaking a genetic chain or a bond that was placed over your family by a philosopher. So you could be a descendant from major shifts in humanity. So, you know, like when you take humanities, not really history class, but like humanity class, they talk about dynasties and how we switched over from dynasties into different philosophies, right? Based off of the evolution of humanity. So somewhere along that line, your ancient ancestors played a role in the evolution of humanity and how they perceive magic, how they perceive occult wisdom, knowledge. This is making a lot of sense. Caring connection. I'm hearing woman king. Where everyone is equal. Something about a relationship where both man and woman are equal. All right. It's not about the gender they're saying. It's about equality. All right. So you may also be from a lineage of equality with segregation, equality with, you know, human rights, whatever that is from a more familiar context, right? Because this is predating way back. I'm seeing a bridge. Okay, your connections that you're creating, they're giving you dreams at night. All right, you may experience an influx in your dream state, receiving a lot more downloads during your sleep, giving you answers on how you can shift that perspective and what modality you can do it in. So you're getting like a burst of creativity. You will need to put that creativity into something to avoid process overload. That's what I'm seeing here. You know, a lot of times, and you know, this could play a role in relationships. So let's say you're about to get into a relationship, but it hasn't manifested yet, right? When you have all of that creation energy pouring down into you and you're feeling like, I got to go here. I need to try this. I need to do this. I feel called to go down this path. If you don't honor it, you can resent your partner, or you guys will end up resenting each other. So they're telling you that it's important to follow the Tao. Okay, it's important to continue putting that energy out there. All right, power lines, connecting the dots. Yeah, it's giving me trailblazer type of energy. It's a lot of pressure here. This is going to feel like a lot of pressure to do. It's not going to be easy. Look at that. We have fences and boundaries. This is also showing me another shift here as far as the season. So by fall this year, there's going to be another shift that occurs, Taurus. All right, we have 8. Something's about to manifest by October, November. Between September, October, and November, something that was delayed is about to be speed up. Something that was taken from you, you're about to receive it back. There's about to be a significant change that occurs for you. It's going to feel magical. And they want you to prepare for this shift or this relationship. You're going to feel empowered. Like, you know what? I have the power to do X, Y, and Z. I have the power to place boundaries around my family and protect this relationship. Okay? Look at this. Doesn't it kind of look like there's a choice here of who you both are choosing? I heard choose ye this day. So you guys are choosing to be in a relationship, or you're choosing to be with the right type of people. But I'm picking up strong love and relationship here. And I feel like this boundary that you're placing is for anybody outside of this connection. No one outside of this connection will be able to infiltrate this relationship. So the boundaries that you're going to be placing around this relationship, the both of you will have very strong standards. You'll have very strong values. You're going to create your own belief system. You're going to protect and defend each other. Both of you will be determined to stand together. Excuse me. I don't know why I wanted to cry. That's what it's going to feel like. It feels like you're laying down one old narrative of what the family picture or the family portrait is supposed to look like, and you're realizing that you're the author of what your family will look like, what your home will look like. Despite your background, this bond is being established between you and this person. It's like letting go of your old family and honoring the one that you create with another person above anyone else. That's real marriage. That's real spiritual, physical, and mental marriage. We have free will, manifestation, autonomy. Just like I said, you have the free will to live how you want to live. You have the free will to manifest how you want to manifest. By September, October, November of this year, things are about to change. I see 28, 26, 62, 53. Look at that manifestation on the other side. So Spirit is going to back off a little bit. When this happens, Spirit wants you to know that they're going to back off. They're going to back off, and you're going to have to do this one by yourself. You're going to have to make this final decision by yourself. For some of you, it may be already brewing. I'm hearing like stirring up the pot already. But they're going to back off. And like they're showing me taking off the training wheels. So they're going to walk with you to a certain point on your journey, and then they're going to take off the training wheels. And they want you to make this decision and commit to it for you. For some of you, they are showing me that this is here for you, but you are blocking it out. You're guarded from it. You don't want it. You're not receiving that guidance. For some of you, you're like, no, I don't want that. So essentially, you're deciding as well that you no longer want to transform this situation, that you no longer want to reconcile, and you want to create a whole new destiny separate from anyone from your past. And that is within your right, your free will. That is in your right. We have the vast universe. So being that this is true, they want you to be aware that no matter what direction you go down, new or old or present, the outcome will be the same. Okay? So you can't make any wrong decision. And I feel like the outcome here is you realizing that you are the manifester of how this plays out. You are the soul that's calling this into fruition. Okay? And as long as spirit is the blame for whatever you choose, then you're not seeing that spirit is only a reflection of you. Spirit is a reflection of your soul, your higher self. And spirit's guidance is only to help you remember that it's your higher self that is choosing these paths. And that is where you will be able to choose your destiny. No matter if this is, like I said, finances or relationship, but I'm picking up strong relationship. Let's get one card from here. Hold on. Something about standing alone, broken heart. So standing alone, completion of a broken heart, standing alone. So Spirit is saying whenever you're ready, 9 and 14. So whenever you are ready to receive guidance again, they'll come back. They'll show up more, more personal to you. Because someone here has decided that they don't want to receive any more Spirit's guidance, and they are going to respect your boundaries. And what they're leaving you with is autonomy. You have the free will to manifest your future. Despite whatever you feel like you were fated to experience, you have the personal power to decide that you want to protect and defend this. Your determination in opposing any guidance is also your free will. Whether it's to defend what you have or it's to defend what you will not experience. Okay? Whatever your philosophy is, those are the dreams that you're manifesting. We have Syrian, artistic integrity, honesty. So they're saying no matter what, as long as you're honest with yourself, you're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. Yeah, the root chakra. Surrender. So letting go of the facade, letting go of, pretending like something isn't bothering you, pretending like your perception or the way that you see things is unscathed and unbothered is kind of like that's the reason why it's self-deceptive, is because there's something to surrender, and I feel like it's an emotion, and with that in reverse, your perception around things or how you view certain belief systems will also shift as well. And you'll feel more confident about your path. You'll feel more confident about the path that you chose for yourself. But this is about you realizing that this journey is a reflection of your soul and that soul's connection to the Most High. And a lot of this root chakra with broken hearts, are like a lot of childhood experiences, a lot of repeated cycles that you've had to go through from your upbringing, from the bonds of your family, everything that happens in the root chakra. If you have nothing to go off of, like let's say you never grew up in a healthy household, you have nothing to go off of because you're basing it off of what you see in society, right? And trying to gauge it in a way where you're like, okay, I want this, I want this, I don't want that, I don't want this. So you're trying to alchemize all these different things and create it yourself with a little bit of guidance, right? Spirit can help you process these things, these experiences, and see things from a different perspective. But if no action is taken when the guidance is given to you, then the block chakra continues to exist. The block heart chakra continues to exist. These relationships or connections will continue to trigger you based off of your upbringing. Okay? You will compare it to what you had to experience as a child. The ancestor, there's a disconnection between your ancestors because the ancestors that you've experienced in your lifetime, you've only seen a lot of corrupt ancestors or ancestors that you would not even want to be around. So there's that emotional disconnect to your own family, which also plays a role in the way in which you perceive relationships, the way in which you perceive what family means to you. So you can't ignore it, all right? To ignore that it exists is to feed yourself an illusion. Because it's like no matter how far we venture away from home, all roads are going to lead back to, well, what happened when you were a child? What happened to that inner child? This is making me think about the movie Woman King. And she kept having a dream of them being a beast in the woods that was chasing her. Okay? She could smell its fear. She could smell all of these different emotions, right? The anger, the fear, the resentment, all of these things were haunting her. And then you had her friend who was telling her that she needed to appease her ancestors. And she was like, I'm not doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? That is not really my thing. But ultimately, by the end of the movie, she realized that the beast in the forest was really just that little girl that was denied closure. Essentially, that little girl that was denied her being able to speak her truth, her being able to let that anger out. So that a part of the journey is also reconciling with your inner child, reconciling with that part of you that little girl, that little boy that went through those experiences. And even though you may be an adult and you may feel like you processed it, is it still running amok in your life? Is it still blocking you from experiencing love? Okay? And how do you know? It's through our relationships where we will start to begin to see what exactly our inner child is trying to tell us. But if we close the door towards everyone that comes towards us, and we're refusing to allow any of them to challenge us, to oppose our perspective, and to share their philosophies and to push our envelope, then we're denying our inner child that open dialogue, that open conversation to process these experiences. And it will attack you. Yourself will attack yourself. It's no different than, it's like your spiritual body realizing that there's a foreign object or a shadow that wants to be acknowledged. Your inner child will become like a shadow, and yeah. You know how like they say when there's a foreign object in your physical body, your cells will mutate to eradicate it, or it'll start eating away at its own cells. That's what it's like, eating away at itself. To like, it's like an autoimmune defense thing with your physical body. So the same thing is happening spiritually. It's an autoimmune defense mechanism that happens on autopilot or naturally as a way to preserve your spiritual essence. But it is asking you to look inward and possibly ask yourself, ask your inner child, what do you need from me? How can I comfort you? How can I give you what it is you need? And it could be a day of rest. It could be a day, maybe your inner child is saying, I want you to read me a story every night. It's going to be different for everybody because your inner child didn't get to experience that, but they will thank you. Your inner child will thank you for not ignoring the need of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like it is. Like, I need you. I need you to acknowledge that I even exist. Gratitude. Didn't I say that? This is the destiny here. And I feel like you and someone else are going through the same transitions, and people are going to talk. You're not going to get the validation that you're seeking for right away. But in divine timing, you will. Trickery. Yep. I'm telling you. Isolation is the heart's way of tricking itself to feel protected. Separating yourself from your family, isolating yourself, not wanting to be around certain people is your heart's way of tricking you. But if you think about the emotion, what generates? I'm afraid of being tricked by someone else, so I refuse to go around people. I'm afraid of being taken advantage of, so I refuse to date new people. I'm afraid of getting my heart hurt again, so I refuse to put myself in a position where someone can challenge that comfort zone. But the root word for all of that is fear. The root word of all of that is tricky. Okay, and the trick here is, well, I forgave people, but I don't have to be around them. I forgive this person, but I don't need to see them. I forgive this person, but they still trigger you. So, I'm saying here, there's a lot to be grateful on this journey. We've all hurt someone at some point on our journey. I do feel like gratitude and forgiveness are different. There's a miracle happening around the way that you perceive reality and the expectations that you place around people's perception of you, people's perception of everything. And I kind of want to look into something right quick. Let me find it. I know where it is. Hold on. Let's pull up Google right quick. So, meaning of forgiveness. Okay, so meaning of forgiveness, the action or process of forgiving or being forgiven. So we know that it's an action or process, okay? So forgiveness means different things to different people, which is philosophy, right? Which is a part of philosophy. We're going to tie it back in. Stay with me. But in general, it involves an intentional decision to let go of resentment and anger. So let's talk about the meat of this. Forget the meaning for a second. Let's talk about the intentions behind your decision to let go of resentment and anger. Now let's look at, so we know that we're doing it, the intention is for ourselves, right? Because that is held within us. The anger and the resentment is what we hold on to, even though we pardon the other person. So let's talk about the meaning of gratitude. The meaning of gratitude is the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness. Okay, so now we're talking about the act of being ready to show appreciation for and to return kindness. So I can show appreciation to the person that hurt me and return the kindness through gratitude, right? But forgiveness only initiates the intention of releasing or letting go of resentment and anger. So moving from forgiveness and into gratitude will require you to be ready to show appreciation for the person that hurt you and to return kindness as well. Be able to return kindness as well to the person that offended you. Gratitude is not really subjective to if that person never did anything to you, right? Gratitude is one of the many positive emotions. It's about focusing on what's good in our lives and being thankful for the things we have. Gratitude is pausing to notice and appreciate the things that we often take for granted, like having a place to live, food, clean water, friends, family, even computer access. So there are 3 types of gratitudes according to certain psychologists. And those 3 types are an affective trait, which is one's overall tendency to have grateful disposition. Okay, that's an affective trait. And that's being described as an overall tendency. So that's just something we may tend to do naturally. A grateful disposition. I'm just grateful, to be alive. It's just a state of being, or I am, right? And then we have mood, a daily fluctuation in overall gratitude. So based off our mood, we go in and out of states of gratitude. And then there's emotion, a more temporary feeling of gratitude that one may feel after receiving a gift or favor from someone. So we have one that's describing, you did for me, I'm going to do for you, right? Reciprocity. We also have another one that's describing our mood, which fluctuates based off of what we go through that day. And then the overall one is the tendency to just be grateful. So all of that gets distorted a little bit based off of when we're applying it to someone that we may have felt ghosted us, we may have felt tricked us, lied to us, stole from us, or did different things to make us feel indifferent or impartial around that. I wasn't grateful for that experience. So to shift or to be able to evolve into the perception of gratitude, right? Through intention, we start to realize that, okay, that sister of mine that betrayed me, there had to be a higher purpose for it. Why did she come into my life with that? See that big old orb here? Why did she come into our life? What were we meant to learn from each other? And how can we bring that back into, I'm grateful for that slap you gave me. I'm grateful for, I can appreciate the reason why you cheated on me, because through that experience, I was able to discover X, Y, and Z. So being able to see the people that we are in relationships with, whether that be platonic or romantic, will allow us to see the greater scheme of things in regards to what role we both facilitated in each other's lives. In that space, a miracle will happen. How did I let go of that resentment? A miracle happened. It was through the miracle of moving from forgiveness through perception into great gratitude by design. Gratitude by design of what our destiny was meant to unfold together. So if that person did certain things to you as a child, what contract did we establish together? There's a whole nother journey of perception that spirit has been trying to guide you down to help you unfold matters of fact and matters of fault. Whose fault is it? You know, why would I choose that for myself? What did I need to learn? So I do feel like spirit is guiding many Taurians down a path of more quantum clarity, humanity as evolutionary. It's not easy, but through embarking on different philosophies, through different religions and different beliefs, it expands your perception. And over time, the more and more and more you see, well, wow, that situation showed me this and this situation showed me that, embarks another whole journey that's unlocking for someone here, that's unveiling for someone here. And you'll start to realize that you aren't as alone, not only in these experiences, but you aren't as alone in your perception and where you're growing towards. You'll find power in this. That's what they're showing me. You will feel empowered, personal power. Because I feel like for many of you right now, you've shut out romantic relationships really well. And this isn't for everybody, but you shut it out really well to where the only people that get to play with you are the people that you have no choice but to be around. So some of you, it could be your children, right? Because you can't get rid of them. Others of you, it might be your parents or your siblings because you can't get rid of them. So it's your closest circle of relationships that will help you relate, I guess. You'll see how it's all related. King of Swords. The King of Swords is wisdom. The King of Swords is wisdom. And I feel like very wise energy here. You will become a lot wiser at the game of life. By design, I'm hearing by design. This is interesting. So I'm getting another message here. No matter where you go, you're going to meet a certain archetype of energy. It's a part of the life cycle. Okay, I'm hearing something about the life cycle. To be able to recognize and receive recognition for these cycles or these periods of life where you've had to experience the same type of connection. Ooh, Lord. The right type of connections. The Eight of Wands is here. The Eight of Wands is here. Okay, that's community. That's spirit guiding you towards the right people within your community that will help you shift your perspective, share certain philosophies with you. And I feel like this is like opposites attracting. I heard who's going to check me now. So you may be someone that's very difficult to check you, or it's very difficult to get you to wrap up a cycle here, to get you to move on. You may feel like you know it all. King of Swords energy. Very logical here. A lot of logic. There's not a lot of feelings here, but logic may be your strength. So if you've already mastered, you've gone a long way building something for yourself through logic, through reason. But I feel like the realm you haven't really been able to embark on is the emotional realm. So now you're being asked to connect with another person. So that connection will challenge you through your heart chakra. Didn't I say I was seeing the Strength card? Teach you how to be gentle, more graceful. Teach you how to blend logic with feelings and sensitivity. So ultimately, You might start noticing that online, where you're seeing a lot of different people explain to the world how difficult it is to go from being single into a relationship, how difficult it is for being like so focused on your career and just focusing on one aspect of your life, that to try to blend and share love with another person, it could be scary, right? But it is a part of the path and the journey here to be able to confront these fears. For others of you, it may be the reverse. You may be so overly emotional that you haven't allowed yourself to experience logic. Have you noticed that there's a theme around the eye here, which is talking about philosophy, perspective, why we do the things that we do. The evolution of humanity is in your choice, is in your path. Interdependence or hyper independence as well, for both masculine and feminine. This is a strength. This is not a weakness. So your weakness is coming online. All right, this could be online dating. This could be online meeting new people online. You may notice that you have a tendency of choosing the type of connections that are emotionally unavailable or detached, because there's a fear of repeating something. So because that fear is there, you're naturally, attracting it, calling it in. Strength card again, 9 of Swords. Your worst fear is coming into fruition, because you have a fear of getting with somebody that becomes a burden. Okay? These are some serious times I'm hearing. Someone disrupting your peace, that's also a fear for somebody. There's also a fear of, being confined or restricted, being unable to move about the country, okay? Or someone feeling like they own you, or they can possess you or control you. That's not something that you want to ever have to experience. So this particular journey is challenging you to create a way to see yourself out of strife, so you could be victorious. I feel like someone's about to start studying why humans do what they do, or if you may be already studying this right now, but like studying human design or studying what drives people to make certain decisions. I'm seeing someone blend 2 different subjects together, or philosophies. What drives people, what drives humanity towards a certain path by human design. I'm seeing someone really be drawn to studying that. It could also be psychology or working with chaos. War. I heard Day of War. So throughout history, there's a theme around the decisions of when war will be established, or when war, where there's chaos, where there's trauma, a shift occurs. You're going to start noticing why the shift comes to a certain community, or why the chaos comes towards a certain lineage. Okay, it could be a bond. Okay, a contract for a certain community. So I feel like someone here is learning what karmic bonds they incarnated with through their lineage, and that is teaching them or giving them insight. Okay, giving them insight into where they need to focus their attention in order to break the curse. you're starting to understand that a lot of people's actions or why they come towards you with such hostility, that they're contracted to do that. I'm seeing someone like think like, how can I work my way out of this situation? I'm hearing I can't go over it. I can't go around it. I can't go under it. So I guess I got to go through it. So yeah, the Eight of Swords and the Strength card. So you're about to master something about how you can go through it rather than avoid it. Yep. There's awareness coming, a world's best kept secret coming. In order for you to get this information, you may have to talk to your mother and ask, like, it. I feel like you got to use your charm, your charisma. You have to take your emotions out of it for a second and allow yourself to have a conversation. Don't get so personal. But I do feel like it's like in her mind or in her subconscious of your mother, your subconscious. There's something about the subconscious mind, but there are firewalls here. Okay. What are firewalls? The body, autoimmune response to protect whatever it is against a foreign object. So if you're going into your own subconscious mind to retrieve something, naturally your body's going to repel it. Thoughts of like, don't do that, or fear is going to come up. But your objective here is to remain focused despite the opposition that may come from your own mind, that may be projected from your own mind. You see the projection here? And you're like, nope, I know what I'm doing. I'm here to see what's waning on you. What's waning on you subconsciously. I'm here to do my investigation. Someone's about to do some investigation. Ooh, I'm seeing someone create something here. Create something here. You're about to receive some type of download. This is something that's never been done before. And it's something about, it's like, it's coming to a Taurus near you. Stay tuned. This could be you I'm speaking to. But it's coming to a city near you, or Taurus near you. They're going to invent something like, it's not Dorian. I don't know her name. But it's not Dorian. It's like you're taking something, right? But you're perfecting it, like fine tuning it, where it's going to be so damn accurate. So damn accurate. Where for future generations, they will refer to you as the person that invented the fucking cerebro something. Okay, I'm not going to tell too much, but I am seeing it here. Whoever you are, you'll know what I'm talking about whenever you hear this. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It is something that's meant to be kept secret until you invent it or you share it with the rest of the world. It's yours to share and no one else's. And we will honor that in this reading. Two of Coins. So I see the struggle here. The struggle here is a choice. Do I start with this one or do I start with that one? Which path do you take? Yeah, someone is going through it here. Both of them are money options. Which one will you receive the most reward or merit for your choice? because one of them feels like there will be a delay in the reward, and the other one feels like it would be more immediate. So you're trying to decide, do you work on the immediate decision or do you focus on the long term, whatever this is that you're creating. They want you to know that no matter which one you choose, both will go on time, because I do feel like both of them, both of these downloads or these creative, innovative projects that you have, both will be done your lifetime. They will be completed this lifetime. Yeah, Four of Swords. It's something to do with healing. Like blending the stars with something else. Blending the stars with something else. Six of Swords. It will bring peace to humanity. It will bring healing to humanity. It will stop many wars. You're about to stop many wars with some type of innovative integration that you will facilitate on your journey. Whoever I'm talking to, you have a very big journey here, and you're going to meet a lot of adversity. You're going to feel like you want to give it up or it's too high to reach. That is just the devil projecting. Of course, that devil energy doesn't want you to hunt it down. It doesn't want you to persevere. So it is going to tell you things like, give up, you'll never be able to do it, it's not going to work, you don't have enough money, you're not good enough, to distort your perception. But I feel like you were chosen for this path because you carry a spirit of strength, power, resilience, perseverance. When you believe in something, you're unstoppable. Even if it means that you have to die for your beliefs, you're that type of energy to be reckoned with. So you are a threat to whatever this is you're coming up against. And I feel like you're coming up against the illusion, I don't know why I heard Illuminati, but you're coming up against something that's very old, like it's very ancient. And I feel like you've been doing this many lifetimes. You just have a new vessel, a new Merkaba. I heard a scarf or a bandana, okay? I don't know why I'm hearing Bloods and Crips or Goons, so you could have an Ogun. Maybe one of the Goon tribes. You just have a warrior spirit. Strong, big on the energy of like the ability to persevere over anything that was intended to oppress you. One of the major lines that came out of the Woman King was, I think he said, let me see if I can remember. He said, the best way to put a person in bondage is by convincing them that they were meant. The best way to enslave someone is by convincing them they were meant to be in bondage. Okay? So with this Seven of Cups, many people have been convinced that they're meant to be in their positions of oppression, that they're meant to suffer and be unable to change anything, their circumstances, their generational karma, whatever it is. They're under that illusion or that spell that they were meant to be afflicted by whatever is afflicting them. They drank from that cup. They drank from that well. And to the devil, you're a sore thumb reminder of your ability to persevere despite how many things may have been meant to break you or take you down. You have this rebellious spirit about you. which is why in the Bible, being rebellious is revered as one of the sins committed against the devil. I'm seeing that scene where they throw all of the firstborn into the Nile, the crocodile Nile or whatever. And it was to pretty much eradicate. I'm seeing like that's the same kind of concept of eradicating the rebellion, revolution, evolution, the lovers. Ten of Cups. You cannot be oppressed. Your oppressors cannot oppress you. Okay? Your oppressors cannot oppress you. You keep moving forward. You keep transmuting these experiences back into love. All right? When you feel yourself harboring things, you let go of it. You know how to release it. And I feel like you're about to teach a lot of people how to work miracles, how to perform miracles. So you're a miracle worker. Things that supposedly ain't supposed to be done. I feel like you will use your charm, your charisma to wake these people up. Okay? They may ostracize you or try to demonize or judge you based off of your charisma, but it is it is one of your abilities that you are meant, because you have to understand, it's going to take whatever it took to put people under an illusion in order to undo it. You see what I'm saying? Anything that has ever been like a contagion. Think about a virus that ever went out. When they're trying to develop a cure, don't they need like a host, or don't they need the original source? They have to go back and trace their steps about where did it originally come from. And through that, they can study how to undo it by using the source of how it was spread to begin with. So it's that same concept. If it was a spell, a sleeping spell, an illusion, charisma, finesse, whatever it is, then you're going to have to use that same modality or the same tool to unspell, right? Undo something. Because you see the judgment here? It's blurry. All the other eyes were clear, but this is waking people up from this illusion, these rose-colored glasses around philosopher's stone, really. I want to see that. Look at that, the will. They were lied to, and their time is up. People are waking up. The dead is waking up. These are major shifts that are happening on Earth. The realization of who they really are and how they've been delayed, suspended in time, asleep, pricking their finger on a spinning wheel. This whole soul searching journey is to remember who you are. Oh, my ear. It itches. Hold on. Oh my God, my ear itch so bad. Hold on. So despite the pain that you feel, despite the discomfort that you feel in the physical form, this is like you accessing 20% of your brain capacity and being able to no longer allow the pain or the trauma of your experiences to block your logic. Logic goes out the window for a lot of people or a lot of humanity that is, plagued by pain, by fear, by trauma. But someone is accessing 20% of their brain in a physical human vessel, and you are chosen to be able to hold this much wisdom in your vehicle, your Merkabah, as a chariot in physical form. So taking care of your body is going to be very important. Knowing and understanding who and what you are. They're telling me to look up Philosopher's Stone right quick, and then we're going to wrap it up because we ended with the Seven of Wands. Make sure you drink plenty of water. So the Philosopher's Stone is a mythical substance supposed to change any metal into gold or silver, and according to some, to cure all diseases and prolong life indefinitely. Its discovery was the supreme object of alchemy. What I told you. The key word in here is I said that you're going to take something that's considered just matter and refine it as silver and gold. Holy shit. Listen, in the Bible, there's a scripture. All right. I think it's Yahweh will mold you. Refined as silver as gold. But ultimately, on a human perspective, from a subconscious perspective, is to cure all diseases and prolong life indefinitely. So this is adding life. This is adding value. You know, this spell, this curse, these bonds that has been, you know, inflicted or used to oppress these communities, these nations, whatever, these children, however you want to perceive it. Think big, think macro, not just micro. But your micro will tell you a lot about the macro. It's going to evolve humanity. And it's going to keep evolving humanity. Like I said, there's something that you're going to develop. This could be a cure. This could be something. But you're going to be known throughout humanity moving forward as someone that helped, okay? Or if not, damn near invented a new dawn, a new day. And I feel like it has a lot to do with the mind, okay? Mentally, mental health, okay? So let me see. There was something that I needed to look up. What was it? Oh, darn it. Okay, the scripture. I think it's the King James Version. Silver and gold. King James Version. Okay, so I think it's Zechariah 13:9. And it's interesting, 13 represents death and 9 represents completion. And it says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. So, and I feel like it's important to know this for whatever reason, because under that illusion or under that spell, you know, diving deeper into philosophy, we go down this rabbit hole of what is God's name? How do we identify with God and the relationship that we perceive through the lens of, you know, deciphering the information that was left to us. There's so much missing, but why distort a book, or why take away something that is the truth, right? And I feel like a lot of this has to do with the third part. okay, which could be significant for the third day, a lot of it's encrypted. So for all my people that like the Bible, there's something about all of this correlating in the scriptures or the spells thereof. What I do pull from this scripture in itself is silver also represents feminine energy, okay? Gold also represents masculine energy. Both yin and yang, gold and silver, right? This is making me feel of the Holy Ghost, like the feminine energy. So like the feminine energy is refined, and the gold is being tried. But both will be and then with tried, I feel like, hold on y'all. Hold up. See, this is how this is start. This is how this starts for me. Y'all see this shit? I get down with one word and then the next word come up and the next word come up and we can. So with refined, it means with purities or unwanted elements having been removed by processing. So pretty much impurities, unwanted things, unwanted thoughts. So for example, the feminine is the subconscious. Let's think about this not from a gender perspective. So feminine as in the subconscious mind, unwanted elements. Did you want to have that image projected on you? Did you want to have those thoughts projected on you? And if you didn't, you'll be refined where it'll be removed out of you, right? And then from the brain, once it's removed, then we can try you as we can see you for who you truly are, your authentic self, which is an action word. Tried is still, and that's what I knew. I knew tried was a verb, past and past. So the meaning of tried is found good, faithful, or trustworthy through experience or testing. How to use tried in a sentence. Okay, so through experience or testing. So when through these experiences, if your subconscious has had spells or illusions placed there, and you've been operating and getting found guilty for things that you don't even realize is running out of your subconscious feminine energy, but you've been faithful to it, you've been trusting of it, you've been responding to these situations based off of those things in your subconscious, right? So when you're being tried, in order to find it good, where you can trust yourself throughout these experiences and know that you are in control of yourself, that you have the personal power back. First, we got to go through the refining process of your subconscious. Without both those things happening, we're ignoring the most creative aspect of our being, which is our feminine subconscious energy, our subconscious mind. Okay? And I feel like all of this ties back down to experience and testing. Spirit was talking about through relationships, we gain experience and testing, whether that's the relationship romantically or the relationship with our family. But if we never allow the experiences to come through, something is in our subconscious tricking us and preventing us from evolving and experiencing our own inner evolution. Taurus, these are the messages that I have for you for today's reading. Thank y'all for your patience as y'all allowed me to channel these messages. And again, the winner for the tarot reading will be announced during the Taurus show. So be on the lookout for that on Friday. Typically, I might do it later on in the evening, but until further notice, we're just going to say later on in the evening on Friday. Of course, you know where to find me if you want to book a personal reading. That is always going to be in the link below, the Wizio link in my description box. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Taurus.